all UFC fighters dream of one day fighting for UFC gold, and most would do anything for a title shot. But there's some who fold under the pressure, or we just find out that them and the champion were not on the same level at the time. So yeah, today we're going to talk about some of the worst title shot performances by the title challengers, whether that was because they didn't really have a game plan, their game plan didn't work, or they just weren't on the same level as the champion and got outdone. So we'll start with a recent one. Honestly, a lot of these are fairly recent, which is weird. But we'll start with Marlon Vera and his performance against Sean O'Malley, where he got completely dominated all 5 rounds, got 50-45'd. It was bad. And I think a lot of us knew. I knew that he wasn't going to beat Sean. I thought the first fight was a pretty fluky win. Obviously, a lot of people did. But I just think that he doesn't go into his fights with game plans. It doesn't make any sense. He fights everybody the same. He gets beat the fuck up. He gets outclassed in every aspect of martial arts. Up until his flash KOs. That's literally how he wins fights. I don't understand. And I don't get it. He has an iron fucking chin. And not like a good chin. He has an iron chin on the same level as Max Holloway and shit. This guy has one of the best chins in the sport, obviously the best in the division, and he doesn't use it. He doesn't fight like it. He fights like he has the chin of Matt Schnell. I don't get it. And, I mean, obviously, I know that defense also makes a good chin, kind of like Dustin Poirier and how he got knocked out by Justin Gaethje. And it was really weird because we've seen Dustin Poirier take a lot better, more flush shots, and he just doesn't go down. A lot of people thought he had an iron chin as well, but I mean, it's a lot about how he's flowing with the punches and how the person is weaving and dodging and using momentum against the other guy. But I just think that Cheeto has one of the best chins in the sport. He can get hit no matter what and recover quick, not even get rocked, really. I mean, he just doesn't use it, though. I don't get it. He didn't try to shoot after getting boxed up, outstruck, outclassed on the feet for the whole fight. Not once did he think, I should shoot. I should try to clinch and maybe get some damage done in the clinch or something. Something different, a level change of some sort. But no, he didn't do any of that. I mean, maybe he was trying to clinch and Sean's foot movement's just too good and he failed the whole fight to do it. But it didn't really seem like it. It felt like he was just chugging forward, looking for like the perfect shot where he wasn't going to get hit. But that's the thing. You're not going to not get hit while fucking boxing Sean O'Malley. But you can take the hits, and Sean can't take them as well. So why not just chug forward like Marvin Vettori, throw crazy body shots, maybe throw crazy powerful leg kicks, try to fuck Sean up. Because Sean does have brittle bones. It's been proven. He gets injured like every fight. Even the fights he wins easily, he gets injured somehow. It's not a good look. All right, we're moving on. I don't care about Cheeto anymore. We'll move on to a famous performance from both people in the fight. Cannonier and his failed title performance against Izzy at, I think it was fucking International Fight Week too, so this stunk that shit up. Let's shit on Izzy a little first though, because Izzy was just as bad in this fight as Cannonier, but obviously this video is themed around Cannonier and what he failed to do, and the challenger is there to try to take something from the champion. So don't expect to get a decision when you both do nothing. You're obviously going to give it to the champion. But Izzy was a dumbass and dickhead during this whole fight, the whole fight build-up. Started fake forced beef with Cannonier at the fucking press conference. Cannonier's so chill. He doesn't give a fuck. He's not weird and fake like that for social media. He didn't care. He was just so confused probably why Izzy's starting beef with him. And honestly, Cannonier got tricked by the aura. He really did get tricked by that, like, what was Izzy at this point? 3 or 4 title defense? He got tricked by that aura, that dominance aura, kind of how Usman, I feel like, got through a lot of his fights just with aura and will and mindset. And simply that the challenger did not believe they could take it from them. And I do not think Cannonier believed he could take that shit from Izzy. It was a boring 5-round pitter-pat at distance. The best thing Cannonier would do is throw a stiff jab that would maybe hit Izzy in the face, clip him in the face, clip him in the body, hurt him a little bit, but no one really got rocked or hurt in this whole fight, a whole 5-round fight of striking where no one got hurt. Yeah, crazy, right? Izzy really proved to us in that fight that he was the boring fighter a lot of us thought he was. Yeah, just leg kicked at range, didn't take any chances to come in with crazy combos or flurries of punches to try to get the finish or something. Even with a Cannonier who was not that dangerous, just standing in front of him, literally was like scared at every single flinch Izzy did. It was embarrassing. Cannonier believed in Izzy's power and his ability to knock him out way too much. I do think Cannonier's pretty chinny, so it could have happened if Cannonier came in all dumb and fast and not prepared to defend himself after attacking. Obviously, it could have happened, and yes, you need to keep your defense sharp, but it doesn't excuse you. Dude, this was the one title shot he got, and he'll ever get probably, and he didn't do anything with it. It was such a wasted opportunity, and he should be mad at himself about it. He could have knocked out Izzy. This dude has some of the most power in the 185 division, some of the best combos, the best body work. Oh my, I just don't. It was not a good performance, and I remember watching it so mad. Like, do something, Cannonier. Come on. Next, we got to talk about a recurring member of these negative tier lists, Darren Till. He was on my most disappointing prospects video, and now he's in this video. Because his title shot fucking sucked. His one title opportunity that he ever got, and he's ever going to get, probably. He's not going to make a comeback, guys. And yeah, Darren proceeded to throw literally nothing as the striker. He threw, I think, 2 punches and 2 kicks. That's about all he threw in the 7 or 8 minutes they were on the feet for. Because Tyron was striking with this guy. It's not like he was just shooting and clinching instantly as soon as the round started. They were on the feet so much, and it was just a lot of feigning, foot movement, just nothing burgers, absolutely terrible. Just, Darren, this was so disappointing. It proved to be that he couldn't really strike with Tyron, because the minute he did throw in the second round, he got dropped, which led to the sub, which led to him losing, obviously. So maybe he just never was on the level of a championship fighter, but, he should have at least tried. This was such a bad attempt at trying to take a title. He did nothing. There's nothing wrong with, again, losing your title opportunity, but this video is to highlight what they did wrong and that they wasted it, because they did. Darren wasted his very badly. He could have at least tried to strike with Tyron. He didn't even try, didn't even give himself an attempt, didn't give himself any credit. He didn't believe in himself, and it didn't help that his grappling was fucking terrible like it always has been. And he got taken down and subbed. Well, he didn't get taken down, he got dropped and subbed. That's even worse. Fuck. Next one, we got to talk about a very obvious one. Ciryl Gane. And I know, it was against the fucking goat of the sport, man. I get it. But this performance was so bad. Ciryl could have done so much better. I just called him fucking Ciryl. I'm going to say that on accident every time, so I'm just going to call him Gane. I don't know, man. It was just, it was such a shit and slow, fat takedown from John. It's not like it was a good shoot. It really wasn't. It's like he didn't even fight the hands. He didn't even try to fight the choke, it seemed. And I know John's very good. A lot of his big finishes are subs. He's a very good finisher with subs. I get it. But it was such a weird sub. He was like sitting down and he got subbed. How the fuck does that even happen? Just flatten out the hips and fucking straighten out your neck and loosen out. He didn't do anything. He didn't try at all. And it felt planned. It really did. And why they were on the feet the whole round, he just didn't really do anything. I think he threw a few shitty kicks and some jabs, but he didn't really land any punches. They were just they didn't really strike much at all. John shot pretty quick. And obviously he should have, because it was so easy. It was literally like he was fighting a novice, not the number one contender who hasn't really been subbed by many people at all. Has he been subbed in the UFC? I don't know. I'm not checking. But disappointment from Gane here. He could have beat the GOAT. He really could have. This is the only heavyweight, John. We have like a couple minutes of it, and it's not even really anything. We have nothing to go off of. That's another reason why. We just don't care about the Stipe fight. It's just so unpredictable and so shit. I don't know. I hope Stipe beats him. Next one, we'll talk about Colby Covington and his title shot against Leon Edwards. his most recent title shot, his third one. What the fuck was this performance, man? Where was the dog? Where was the grit? Where was that guy who fought fucking Usman twice and went to life and death with him? Because this was not that guy. It just wasn't. And even when Colby was able to have success with the grappling and got Leon down, I think once in the whole fight, because it went to decision too. Leon's dog shit for not being able to finish him, and a man just standing there in front of him not doing shit. But I'll give Leon credit. His leg kicks were clearly a big problem for Colby, and it's not like this was an easy matchup, and Colby would have won it easily if he was actually on, and the Colby that fought Usman twice. But he didn't do anything with his one takedown he got. He didn't try any ground and pound. He didn't go for any position changes. He was just like, oh, I finally did something good. Let me just try to keep this the whole round and look like I won the round by doing nothing at all. Terrible look. Colby's chances of getting gold and becoming a UFC champion, they're not alive, guys. They're gone. He will never get another title shot, hopefully, because this was his time, okay? Usman was like his kryptonite, kind of like the guy who is exactly him but did everything slightly better. And he wasn't going to get, he's not even champ anymore, obviously, so he wasn't getting that trilogy. So he got Leon, a slightly worse grappler with, I'd say, I don't know how to describe Leon in a bad state for Colby, but he's a worse grappler, so he could have out-grappled Leon and ground and pounded and actually outstruck him at times if he could reduce the amount of leg kicks that Leon was throwing by maybe gassing him a little, by taking him down and making him fight to get back up for a round or two. I don't know, make a game plan, do something. He did nothing in this fight. It was terrible to watch. I hated it as a Colby fan at the time. This was the performance that killed him and killed my love for Colby, because, yeah, at this point, it's just cringe. That trash talk's only entertaining if you can back it up. It really is just cringe if you can't back it up. Now, the last one I want to look at is Jamahal Hill and his KO loss against Alex Pereira. And what do I even need to say here? We all knew this dumb shit was going to happen. Again, the MMA fighter refusing to shoot a takedown with probably the best kickboxer of all time, literally in modern history of anything. He's the best kickboxer. I stand by that. I mean, maybe not, but that's probably a true statement, okay? You try to out-kickbox the best kickboxer we've ever seen ever. You refuse to shoot a takedown even though you've been grappling for probably 5 or 10 plus more years than Alex. What are you doing? Leave your ego outside the octagon and win your belt back, Jamahal. Jesus Christ. I didn't pick Jamahal in this, but I really wanted him to win because I thought at the time he was kind of overhated, and I thought him trying to build up the fight with like the Shama head and shit, or the egg head at the press conference, that was cool. I liked that he was trying to do that. People were like, the Pereira fans are so corny. They're like, why are you talking shit? And it's like, you don't even deserve to fight Alex. He's just trying to build a fight, and yeah, he got knocked the fuck out, and he deserves to hate now because of all the Twitter stuff he does. That shit's so cringe. Stop responding to Twitter heads. It's not making it better. And I know Jamal's not that good of a wrestler, or his jiu-jitsu is not really that good, I know. But it's good enough. It's better than Alex. Like, he could have used it. He could have utilized the clinch. I know Jamahal is a guy who does box a lot in his fights and just gets knockouts, especially. He's a dangerous guy, and, I mean, that's why he was champion of the fucking world. Even if it was like a 48-year-old Glover or some shit. Still an impressive win. Still got UFC gold. So he kind of already beat the game. Now he's just trying to beat it again. He's on New Game Plus right now, guys. So let's hope he can come back from the ashes and maybe fight Alex again one day. Probably not, because you got knocked out in the first round easily, but you're probably not getting that title shot again anytime soon. And honestly, I don't even think Jamahal is getting another title shot if he gets one win. He probably thinks he is, like, oh, I just need one good win and I'm back. No. Okay, I think that's not true. I think he would probably need either, like, the number one contender he's going to have to beat for the number one contender spot, or he's going to need to get 2 impressive wins, because 205 is pretty crowded right now. There's a lot of guys coming up, especially that are going to want a title shot, so good luck getting that shit, bro. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. I just wanted to go over these because I thought there was a lot of them, especially recently, just disappointing title shots that it felt like they didn't even come in with a game plan to beat the champion. You have so many fights to watch on the champion. You have so many different guys that you probably, like, if you're lucky enough, get to train with one of them maybe. A lot of fighters train together. It's very normal. So, I don't know, man. It just feels like they come in and wing it, a lot of them. Or maybe they just freeze up and shit the bed. That's obviously understandable. Probably very nervous times. But, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.